Three, four. The machine, the heart of our city, a sea of metal, copper, tin, iron, gold, composed entirely of the latest clockwork componentry, over 50 city blocks wide and growing, a masterwork in perpetual motion as the wheels of progress move ever forward. Progress, citizens, progress is the key to survival. The machine is at the vanguard of that progress, gainfully employing millions of workers, both skilled and unskilled. And ever at the helm, the master engineers, first citizens of our society. The machine must never stop. The machine... Two, three, four. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to sit back and enjoy tonight's performance of Sinbad and the Sailors in this, the year of our common era, 2016.
Well, curious one, Adam. Always asking questions, so many questions. Do you know what happened to the girl who wanted too many things? Her head exploded and the thoughts came pouring out of her ears, no joke of her life.
No, it didn't. You already used that one for my teeth. Do you know what happened to the girl who didn't clean her teeth? The next morning, cockroaches came crawling out of her mouth.
Well, that's like you, Addy. Always making fun of my poor memory, made me look foolish.
People with poor memories should be more careful what they say. Ow, look!
There. You can add it to your book of firsts. First time you've ever had a clock spring stuck in your hair. That'll teach you to mess with the machine.
So, are you going to tell me? What does the machine actually do?
Oh, machine. Well, there are cogs. Ooh, so many cogs, all interlacing like. We see these many spiky wheel things. Well, they're cogs.
I know what a cog is, Dad. But what do they add up to?
Well, they work in tandem to produce evolutions of kinetic energy that release into the stratosphere and are harnessed into a hologram counterpart.
Are you sure?
Oh, positive. No joke of life.
In tandem? Is that like a tandem bicycle? That's one behind the other. This isn't one behind the other, though. It's more like a giant snowball, made of millions of snowflakes.
Look, no one's quite sure what it does, Poppet. Not even the top engineers. All anybody knows is that the machine must never stop, or a terrible calamity will fall the city.
What calamity?
No one knows for sure.
I bet you that Jane knows.
Crazy Jane. Listen, your mother and I have told you 100 times to stay away from that balmy old goose. You don't want to end up like her, do you? Shouting at theatres and all sorts.
Someday, I want to be an engineer and work on the machine.
You've got to be dead clever to work on the machine, Poppet.
Then I'll have to be good at that.
Well, it's the aneurysm, you see. Everything that goes up must come down. It's common knowledge. The heavier the item you drop, the faster it lands. So of course, two things that weigh the same will land at exactly the same time.
Are you sure? Because watch this.
Oh. Will you look at that? Time for dinner. No need to tell your mother about this educational outing to the pub. It's called the Ostrich because this is where they used to offload feathers for ladies' hats back in the olden days from Alaska.
Wait, isn't Alaska terribly cold for us?
Well, how would you like half a bit of shandies?
Fascinating. But why didn't the suspension bridge fall into the gorge?
Well, there are chemicals that work here, and the chemicals push up against the weight of the bridge. Oh, you'll love this next one. Come on. See? The train goes straight up that hill. It's called a funicular railway. Clever, eh? Just like you. Hey, Poppet. You're not cross with your old dad for taking you out of school, are you? It's only they raised the price, and what with the new baby?
Ma said you had your pay dock for skiving.
Skiving? What's skiving? I was 5 minutes late back from dinner. At the pub, that's all.
It's just, if I don't keep up with the others, I won't get an apprenticeship.
Listen, I promise we'll send you back just as soon as we can. You'll catch up in a jiffy. And what can them teachers learn you that I can't, eh?
Well, I don't quite get the stuff about the aneurysm. Shouldn't the train fall to the tracks? Show me how it works.
Not now, Addy. I think we've had enough lessons for one day. Come on. No!
Please,
It's enough. Don't make me use a stern dad voice. No one likes stern dad. Not even stern dad's wife.
Please.
Oh, won't you tinker? See? The tracks hold it in place. Now this is what happens when you jump. Whoops! Whoopsie daisy.
Come on, Dad. Ma's making steak and kidney pudding for supper. She won't prepare us for late, especially you. Dad, the train is coming. Get up! Come on, Dad! The train's coming! You still haven't ride the train to the hill! Now tell me how to ride!
Get on the track!
Should get us all the way back to port.
Blind me! There's like a blazing regatta out there. The sooner we get clear of the channel, the better. Full sail as soon as we head out to sea. Mind your helmet, Tavish. All right.
Aye, Captain.
Who's that?
His name's Benjamin Bradley.
Benjamin Brickhouse, more like. I don't hold with shots. He can keep himself moving. It's good for him. Fall in here.
Oi, Benji, get over here. Captain's orders.
Benjamin Bradley? How old are you, Benjamin Bradley?
18, sir.
18? You didn't want to work on the machine?
Well, they reckon me for shipping on account of my strength, sir.
Hey! That's right! Relieve that sailor of their mop and bucket. Sailors! Your new mate has some work to do. What are you waiting for? Ladies and gentlemen, your new friend is up to clean the levee. I hope you will use it first. You know how you all get before a storm. Off you go.
Oh, let's go home, Addy. Oh, this place just gives me the heebie-jeebies. We've got no money for a doctor anyway.
Doctors are kind, Dad. They want help.
Oh, don't be scared. I'm right as rain now the doctors fit me with a mechanical torso. So often people cling to flesh when they're much better off without it. Just a few minor adjustments and I'm back to work.
Next.
Those are beyond repair, I'm afraid. You see, there's only so much medical science can do, for we must turn to mechanical science. I can't save the flesh, but I can give you new legs.
New legs, you mean mechanical ones?
3 guineas per leg.
6 whole guineas, but that's a fortune, more than a month's wages.
Well, go where you like. The price is the same. You could have another doctor fit them, but I'm the best.
I have 20 shillings and 5 pence, my life savings.
20 shillings, 5 pence will buy you metal injections to help slow the disintegration.
No, Dad, it's so final.
Not as final as the death from shock. The injections won't heal you. They'll only buy you time.
Looks like I've got no choice.
No potatoes left.
You're Brian, lad, aren't you? Go down to the hold and fetch me another. What are you doing? Get your hands out of there.
What is this? It's like nothing I've ever felt before.
I'm not surprised. Enough to turn your stomach, ain't it? Don't look so dumb. It's the city's chief export, boy. What keeps us rich?
But what is it?
Testamil. Best fertilizer on the planet.
You mean it's fertilizer made from...
Dead testers. We can't have a pork coming up the streets, can we?
I can't do this. This is wrong. I can't be on this ship.
Back to the galley, sailor, at once!
I've seen the cargo. I knew dangerous things were tests on them, but I had no idea.
If you don't get back to work, it will be the iron room for you.
Your father was a tester, wasn't he? And your mother's too. He thought they ran off to let you starve. It's not true. This is what they've become. Fertilizer for crops on the other side of the world.
Is it true, Captain? Any man not back in his place by the count of 10 will be shot.
Just answer the question,
1,
Captain.
2,
I reckon you've got something to hide.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Throw them overboard, lads.
Aye!
You can't do that. No! No!
You'll regret that. Mutiny's a hanging offence.
No one knows our names. We're higher ship of the dock. There's only a ship track will steer over here. And then...
No!
Lads! My family's waiting for my pay. Same as all of you. We have to go back.
Who makes yourself sick? Jeremiah, come and help. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Heidi, I'm fine.
20 tons of force per cubic meter squared. No, it's too heavy. It is too heavy. The foundations would collapse. What's to become of us? Where will we go when the machine has pushed us out?
Jane, I couldn't do it, Jane. I thought I was so clever.
There's that girl. You're only 14. Plenty of time to get clever.
As clever as you.
No one's as clever as that. I was a rich man's daughter, and then I was a rich man's wife. I had all the time in the world to read and to think. Mining ore from beneath the foundations, only to heap them on top. The whole
What should I do?
You think of something, girl. Remember, an engineer is first and foremost a problem solver. Gear 2 strength. Weight equals S times F times Y over dP. No, it's too
First time I've ever approached the committee.
Committee? You want to watch that lot? They're all crazy. Universal education, and perhaps we will at last come to a decision.
Decision to be made. What these screaming reformers fail to realise is that if every child is unable to work, millions of poor families would be made even poorer.
What hope will the poor have of raising themselves out of poverty if they lack the education, the connections, and the capital with which to do so?
To the poor child's head, which means they can never realise.
The question is not whether education is a universal good, it's whether education should be the rights, the masses, or preserved for the few.
Your Honours.
Name?
Addy King, Your Honours. I've come about my father, Michael.
Ah, yes, the undeserving.
Heel dragger. Work shy.
Lazy. We heard of his accident.
Oh, then you know why I've come. I need 6 guineas to have him fitted with mechanical legs, or he'll never walk again. Please help us. Only you can. You control everything in this city. The docks, the banks.
These are hard times. We must be frugal and keep the machine going, or else tidal waters will envelop the city.
No, a terrible drought.
I'm afraid we can do nothing for a heel dragger.
To save him would be tantamount to condoning his laziness.
And if he's no longer gainfully employed, he'll have to become a tester.
A tester? What's a tester?
They test things, or rather they help us test things.
They serve the machine.
For the good of us all.
A noble vocation.
No, my father won't be your tester.
Then get him some mechanical legs and get him back to work.
You have until the day of the Queen's visit.
Not a penny have I to pay. A helping hand would go a long way. I speak to that lady? In the postcode. It's my last chance of finding work, so mind yourself. And don't let that overdressed busker talk to you. I've no good opinion of the theatre, full of half-wits and degenerates, if you ask me.
And artists.
Same thing.
Look at the book, he's gone in. All right, I'll be back in 5 minutes. Oi!
Striker! Trinkets and candy! Come to the theatre!
Hats and costumes for all today.
Come to the theatre! Lots and lots of money!
And laughs.
The theatre! Heroes and villains and all things good! Come to the theatre! Come to the theatre!
Come with me and you shall see the theatre.
Why, you have the face of an angel, hasn't you, Josie?
An angel.
To melt the iciest hearts.
Melted heart.
Have you considered a life in the theatre, young miss?
Hello. I used to be a clockwinder, lost my hand in the cogs. But then I found the Theatre Royal, and now I earn 18 and 6 a week. All you have to do is put on a costume and stand on stage.
Is that all acting to? Sounds like a shocking waste of time to me.
Oh no! Hundreds of children appear on stage every night. The machine workers love to see us in plays, so they put us in everything, even Shakespeare.
21 shillings in a gig times 4 divided by 18 and 6. Factoring cost living. That's roughly 6 weeks.
Come along, Josie. There's plenty of other girls who would jump at the chance.
Be warned, miss.
Pardon?
I said be warned, miss. The dormitory fires are always blazing.
Wait! I'll join! I said I'll join!
There's a clever girl. Just sign here on the line. Excellent, let's go.
Oh, please, I just want to say goodbye to my family.
Yes,
first.
we'll send word. Come on, everyone, let's go.
Addie! Addie!
Don't worry, Mum. She's joined the Theatre Royal, Duchess Street. We used to think that sounded very grand.
Get on! I'm looking for work.
There's nothing for you here. They've already found the sailor to the hornpipe.
My name is Benjamin Bradley. I have an urgent message for the theatre owner. Listen, there are men after me. They'll kill me. 12 days, there they are. I'm done for. Please.
It's your fault.
Who are they?
Undercovers. They had the ship surrounded when we got into port. I had to dive in and swim for my life. The others, they did the same, but I'm half drowned or shot.
Why? Are you a thief? Or a murderer?
I've done nothing wrong. I saw an injustice and I tried to put it right. Just remember that, whatever happens.
Remember it when? You're nothing to me. There's people in closed rehearsals, no strangers allowed in the building.
What if I offered to help? In a sort of voluntary capacity. I can hoist ropes, fetch, carry and sing. Anything that he's doing.
You can sing, so let's hear you.
Been sailing this good ship for many a year. That's the way, that's the way, that's the way.
Well, I wouldn't hire you.
They're always recruiting stagehands. Wait there.
Thanks. And what's your name, miss?
My name's Lucy Payton. Someday the world will know it.
Yeah! Who let you in?
She didn't tell me her name. Said you were recruiting for backstage. I'm a deft hand with a rope. I'm working on ships. I'll show you.
Don't touch her! Who the crimson head do you think you are? Let's see you hoist that one in 20 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7! Alright, Swabhead. I'll give you a try. First thing you should learn straight off is that we time everything backstage with whistles. So don't let me catch you whistling for fun, because if you do, I'll give you a cut over the head so hard, it's going to make you right under mother. Understood? Come on. Come on.
You're on. Heads. Heads. Tails. Ha! Hand it over, jolly old pinch fist. Double or nothing on 2 heads and tails. Pride goes before the fall. It could only end in tragedy, Mrs. Macbeth.
Me next, Tessie. I want that tuppence you got off me last week.
What you want is a guardian angel, Frank. Stop you losing all the time.
Good morning, children. Indeed, you are all my children, my only children. I am Mrs. Carwadine, owner and director of this majestic establishment. We artists have but one way to serve the machine, by serving its workers, offering a brief glimpse of colour into their grey lives. Now, as you may know, in 6 weeks' time, we will be presenting a special gala performance of the Pied Piper for Her Majesty the Queen. It is therefore essential that you apply yourselves diligently, so that we may all be a credit to our fine city. The machine must never stop.
I beg your pardon, ma'am. But when do we eat? I don't know about everyone else, but I'm starving.
What is your name?
Addie King.
You have made us notice you, Annie King. See, that doesn't happen again. Now then, you have 5 minutes to wash your face and hands. Use the lavatory and report back here for your 1 p.m. call. Remember, this is a theatre, and the curtain will wait for no one.
Oh, it's you. She's the right one, that matron, eh?
Not as bad as some. Been over at the Red Girl School since I was 10.
The reform school. Why?
I'm sorry. I have to wash my foot. Pottery is very particular.
First time I've ever seen a girl wearing only one shoe. How on earth do you lose a shoe? Addie King, eh? You better get moving, who knows, good for you. Clock face is a right stickler when it comes to punctuality. You don't want to get on his wrong side.
Yeah, not that he has a right side. Yeah, left and right. He's evil. A monster.
Afraid. Who's clock face? Who's
Show 1. Act 2, Scene 3. Show 2. Act 1, Scene 1. Show 3, Act 2, Scene 6.
Beginners, please, for Count Domingo and the Wild Children. Beginners, please. Miss Pat and Mr. Kent, you're called to stage.
Yes, lovely Penelope, guilt! Guilt is the reason why I imprisoned you in this ice house and blackmailed your angelic sister. These wild children are all mine. I am their father.
We are the kind of children who will never increase. We are the little monsters who will live in your dreams. We are the weak mild heroes who set our streets. We are the wild children.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Running time for Count Domingo and the Wild Children is 1 hour and 53 minutes. For beginners for Babes in the Wood is in 10 minutes.
First performance, young lady. Quite a milestone in your life. What is your name?
Addie King.
Ah, charming. On your next entrance, try to convey a sense of excitement, yes? Really sing out.
Aren't we finished for the night?
Gracious, no. That was only the first performance. We do 3 a night until 2 in the morning. So many machine workers to entertain. The machine must never stop, and neither must we. Now, precision, girl, precision. The audience awaits. Another plateful of tripe.
You'll get used to it.
Here we go, performance 2.
Chin up, it's better than being a clockwinder.
Marginally.
Beginners for Babes in the Wood. Beginners, please.
Little Bo Peep has lost her sheep, and in their place she has found the babes of the wood. Sing, little ones, sing, sing, sing.
Here are heavenly voices, fa la la. Sing our cheering songs, fa la la. Look on our rosy cheeks and see the sunlight twinkle in our eyes.
Really thought I became the sheep.
You became the sheep.
Wake up! Do you call that a performance, girl? On your next entrance, hit your mark, sing out, and don't make me tell you again. 2 down and 1 to go.
Beginners to performance 3. Beginners, please.
Is this a dagger which I see before?
Sorry.
Is this a dagger which I see before me?
No, my lord, it's the children of Dunsinane. They've come to sing you to sleep.
Sleep no more. Sleep no more. Sleep
Macbeth hath murdered sleep. Macbeth hath murdered sleep.
That's more like it. Out of your costumes and back to the dormitories. Tomorrow morning, rehearsals start at 6 a.m. sharp. So glad you joined us. I do enjoy a bit of sparring.
Come on, you'll be alright. The first night's always the worst.
What happened to your face? Dear Dad, how are you? I hope the medicine is keeping you comfortable. I get paid once a week, and will of course be sending you everything I earn. The theatre is not how I thought it would be, but I won't give up yet. I miss you. Your Addie.
Dear Addie, I hope you're not still brooding over the accident. You've always been too hard on yourself, girl. Someday you'll get that apprenticeship, and someday you will learn how things work. Your mum and I would do the best we can, but could you spare a little something for us? I hate to ask, but Mrs. Lamprey threatened to turn us out. This time I fear she means it. Love, Dad.
What says to him? I say your mother's a good cook.
And now, Benjamin Bradley, up you get?
Just watch and learn.
Ah, the only way to learn is to muffin. Raise your glass and quit stooling. You ready, lad?
Yeah.
We'll see you on 4. 1, 2,
3, 4. Drink it down, Benji. Get the job done. 'Cause if you don't, you'll ruin our fun. Drink it down, Benji. Get the job done. 'Cause drink it down, drink it down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8!
Oh, hello, Tobias. Thought I recognised that smell.
Hi, Inspector. Drinking on the job again, are you?
Oh no, just making some polite conversation. Perhaps you remember from that posh boarding school you attended. You're new, aren't you? I never forget a quit.
He's been with the backstage crew beyond.
Yeah.
You just never let him out of his rat hole till now.
Yes, and why is that?
He wasn't a super drinking age inspector.
Hey.
Well, that should be obvious from his sweet little face.
You lot should choose a different pub. Sailors are an unsavoury bunch at the best of times. Oh, I beg your pardon. You're not a sailor, are you?
Who? Me?
He can't even swim! Ride in the harbour and see for yourself. What gives, Inspector? You looking for someone?
I might be the devil of it is, I don't know his name or what he looks like. Well, anyway, you take care now. Mrs. Cowdy and I are old friends. I'll keep an eye out for you the next time I'm at the theatre. And you, Tobias. By then, I hope you found that bar of soap you were saying.
That one wouldn't trust her mother in a pint of milk. Well, man of mystery. You're one of us now, Swabhead, and you're best of us proud! Hey!
That is all very well, Mrs. Carwadine, but I must inform you that there have been some troubling reports about the working and living conditions of the child actors here.
The children in this theatre are treated in a manner consistent with children everywhere. These are children with nowhere else to go and no prospects in life. They are lucky and grateful to have a roof over their heads.
You'll forgive me, but how do you know? If wealthy benefactresses like yourself were to take but one of them in hand, then you could effect a real change.
As it happens, I have done precisely
Oh, please
that.
do tell me.
But where one central authority governs all schools, they govern minds. We are a highly advanced society. The Education Reform Act has never been passed, but just look at our understanding of clockwork. Now, if you'll excuse me, Miss Hyacinth, I am wanted on stage.
Our course is gathering speed, Mrs. Carwadine, and your theatre is very much in our sights. It will be made an example of, better or worse. You would be advised to put your house in order.
Come on, we've got an hour while the rehearsing adult company. You can always hear Miss Cowdy from anywhere in the building. But watch out for Clockface. You never hear him until he wants you to hear him.
He has it in for me.
He doesn't like being looked at, much less seen for what he is. You did both.
I can't help it. My curiosity always gets the better of me. Who is he anyway? Where does he come from? What's his real name?
Don't go asking too many questions, Addie. None of us do. when my dad died, she had to go do the washing for the big house. And then she couldn't take it anymore and ran off.
You didn't like the big house?
I hated it. Spent all day winding clocks. That's why I lost my hand. The tower clock. And then they sent me to reform school. We meant to sit on a bench from dawn to dusk unpicking old rope. But clearly I couldn't. The matron was going to send me to be a tester. But I found out and ran away. I am lucky to be here. They let me hide my hand on stage so no one can see. Children are supposed to be perfect, aren't they?
No. We make mistakes same as anyone. Play something else. Come on, I'm going to go see how Clockface's face works.
Right, you need to later, lads, do it properly. Can I be so on about my cup like
You got
Something about a girl called Juliet. She's in love with a boy called Mercutio. No, she's in love with a killer. Oh, and there's an apothecary who gives them a potion who brings power as well. And they all live happily ever after.
The end. Come on, let's play hide and seek. I'm bored of hide and seek. You always play that.
No fighting.
How about this? Let's pretend we found a dolphin under the stage.
Yeah, I'll only keep it safe from Clockface. And feed it.
Come on, let's search.
If we get caught.
If we can find Clockface's winding keys, we can figure out how many and what size winding pegs his face contains. If we do that, we can begin to understand the physicality of his mechanization and how they might be applied elsewhere. What's this?
It's called the star trap. You stand on this bit, and then the stagehands winch you up through that trapdoor there. It's for transformation scenes like if you want Cinderella's fairy godmother to appear out of nowhere.
It's such a simple design. Does it work?
So long as all the stagehands are awake. If they time it wrong, the trapdoor above doesn't open in time. Happened last week and Dick Whittington's still got a thumping headache. This must be Clockface's office. Maybe that's the boy that died. They say Clockface covered it up and buried him under the stage. Don't make him hate you, Addie. A bucket of water over the head is nothing.
He doesn't scare me.
Alright, same as usual, you drop and roll. First rope, drop roll. Second rope, where are you? Drop roll, same as usual. Third rope, come on, drop roll.
I was needing a volunteer for the Star Trap.
And then, with a wave of her magic wand, little Delia was transformed into a beautiful princess.
A volunteer?
blink of an eye, Sabu's rags became the robes of a great Maharaja.
A volunteer.
To reveal a beautiful,
magical,
angelic.
Silence! Be quiet for 3 minutes and there'll be a tea cake for you!
Drop a match!
Forget the tea cake. Just get him out of the theatre. As far as your little handholds can carry you.
Get him in, lads, get him in!
Will you come home with me, Josie?
There's another mouth for your parents to feed.
You'd be welcome. I know you would.
No, I can't.
Off to a garden party, Miss King.
I've decided to leave. I hope that you'll treat the others better after I'm gone.
I think you'll find that rather difficult. You see, if you leave before your 2 months are done, the theatre can rightly sue your parents for breach of contract. And I hear that breach of contract can be costly.
You're all right, but you can't make me do anything I don't want to do.
Oh, I can. If you do anything I dislike, I can dock your pay.
You can't do that.
That'll be 2 shillings, Miss King.
You...
More insolence, another 2. And another. Be careful, Miss King, or you might end up owing us money. Remember, without the machine to generate profit, there would be no theatre. You owe those machine workers your life, if indeed you must trouble the earth. Now, down into the star trap you go.
Cheer up, King. At least you've got a family. Mine chucked me in here and never looked back.
Don't worry about old Clockface. Tomorrow I play an excess of the sword fights and running through.
Keep it down, Sid. You're always bellowing like a flaming cyclops.
Right, here we go. Performance 2, Titus and Andronicus at the orphanage.
Dear Dad, I was hoping you would have written by now. I need your advice. Please write and tell me if you would support my decision to leave the theatre, no matter what the consequences might be. If only there was another way for me to earn money. Your Addie.
Dear Addie, the metal injections are wearing off sooner than expected. Won't you please send home some of your earnings? I promise I'll pay you back every penny you've earned. Every single penny. Love, Dad.
Please make your way to the exit, madam. The performance is over.
I didn't watch the show. Couldn't afford a ticket. My daughter works here. Addie King, it's been 2 weeks and we haven't received her wages.
The somewhat painfully precocious Addie King. Your daughter was paid punctually on Sunday, like every other child.
But nothing has been sent home.
I'm afraid the truth is simple but regrettable. Your daughter has received her wages and chosen to spend them. I'm so sorry, madam. It is often the case.
My Addie would never do that. I insist on seeing her.
It is late, and she's enjoying a hard-earned rest. She's making something of herself, Miss King. It would be such a shame for anything or anyone to ruin it. But I'll be only too happy to deliver your message.
Oh, I see. Please give her this. And please tell her that her family are in a desperate situation. Addie's younger sisters were caught stealing metal dust from the machine. The committee have summoned Addie's father to the tester's yard. We must have the money as soon as possible.
Fear not, madam.
I will deliver your message.
Thank you. You're very kind.
How does it all work?
An actress who wants to know the mechanical side. Well, that's fair, surely.
Give it back! Immediately!
I don't like anyone taking down my words is all.
Your words are hardly memorable. I was only going to note that it was my first time talking to a stagehand. I won't now.
Well, if that's how you feel, why don't you run along back to your dormitory? Unless you want to learn how to tie a mooring hitch. It's a type of knot. I know over 100 different types of knots. Don't worry, it took me weeks to get the hang of that one. You remind me a bit of my sister. She's only 12, but she doesn't suffer fools. You see this? Well, there's a lady been wanting to see, but us stagehands aren't allowing the actors' lodgings. Do us a favour, will you, and deliver it to her? Her name is Lucy Peyton.
That'll be 4 shillings, please.
4 shillings? That's outrageous.
And another 4 if you want a reply. Unless you expect her to pay. You must know who Clockface is. How his face works. Is it one mechanized system for the whole thing, or separate ones for his eyes, mouth, cheeks, and so on?
I mind my own business. People who ask questions will expect to have questions asked about them. You best keep your curiosity in check.
I've got nothing to hide. Have you?
That's the way it always was, that's the way it's gonna be. Won't somebody help me, take me back to
Oh no, don't let me stop you, you carry on. This is a mariner's knot, isn't it? Highly specialised. Are there any mariners about?
Loads of them. It does a hornpipe dance every night, don't they?
Mrs. Cowardine doesn't know all her workers, but there are plenty that do. The timber merchant, for one. I'll be making further inquiries, and if you find out who tied this knot, you will tell me, won't you?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Excellent name for the stage. Memorable. Oh, this is only temporary. As soon as I can, I'm going to try for an apprenticeship with the top engineer.
You know, I began like you. I thought I wanted an ordinary life, but then one day, I saw a great actress on stage. Annabelle Monterey was her name. She played Desdemona and the entire audience wept. I thought I want to do that. And when the Queen comes to watch a performance, I want her to think me wonderful. Here. I'll spare you the trouble of peeking. It says he's not to send any more letters. I mustn't have any distractions from my career.
The thing is, he paid me for this, and I was hoping... You see, if I don't deliver his letters and your replies, I won't get paid. And I really need the money. It's for my dad, so he can have mechanical legs. I've only managed to save 7 shillings so far.
I see. That's quite a responsibility for anyone to undertake. What's this old book of yours?
It's my book of firsts. First time I kept an ice cream from dipping down the cone. First time I skidded on a wet pavement. First time I hurt someone?
Well now, suppose I write a friendly reply this once, so you'll have one more errand.
Is it true that Clockface killed the boy?
Goodness, you've heard that. My advice, don't dig into the past. I was a child actor like you once. I hated him then, but he can't hurt me now.
What was your name again?
Lucy Peyton. I'm actually quite famous.
Yes. Of course, if you say so.
Dear Addie, how I wish I could see you on the stage. You must be making a riot of it, a regular animal monterey. Your mother is taking your brothers and sisters to live under the bridge. I am in the holding area. At night, all I hear is the machine. There are no birds anymore. Please write to me. Don't make me wait any longer. I'm sure time doesn't mean much in the theatre, but I certainly feel out here. Love, Dad.
No, if I mistake in those foundations which I build upon. The centre is not big enough to bear a schoolboy's top. Away with her, to prison, or he who shall speak with her is a far off guilty than that he speaks.
I am not prone to weeping, but I have that honourable grief lodged here, which burns worse than tears down.
You are a disease! Yawning on stage! I will not have you infecting the others with your impotence. You think yourself above all this, but I was born to thrash that notion out of you. Now get back in there and perform with spirit, or you'll be indentured to this theatre for the rest of your superfluous little life.
Who are you?
What did you say?
I know that you killed the boy. The boy in the photograph. I'll tell the committee, and they'll put a stop to you for good.
Oh, I know all about you too, Eddie King. The girl who broke her family.
What if all of us ran off stage right now? Right down through the audience and out the front door?
They're all too scared, Addie. They know there's nothing for them out there.
Of course there is. The machine. Come on, who's with me? Let's make a break for it. Aren't you all fed up?
Addie, no. I just can't. Good luck to you.
You, stagehand, go after them.
They won't listen to me.
Well, make them listen or don't bother coming back. We can't have the other little cherubs thinking it's okay to leave, now can we?
Addie, I've seen what they do to the testers. You must send money if you have it. Even 5 shillings could buy me some time. Addie, think of all the years I've cared for you. Will you do this one thing for me?
Isochronous speed. N equals 1 over 2 pi times the square root of g over h, where N equals speed, g equals gravity, and h equals height. Paper. Did you see the look on his face?
No, but I bet he was really ticked off. Oi! Topic says I can slip through heads. A shilling says you can't. Nor you, Frank. I'll give you another thrashing so you keep up your losing streak. There it is. The machine. Yeah, I heard that if it stops all the crops will fail, we'll have to eat glue.
No, you div. The machine protects us from the sun. Looking at the great big nothing, are you? The great big nothing. Nothing is too big.
Jane, it's all right.
I'm sorry, children. I'm so sorry. The machine is your greatest bequest, and you don't even know how or why it works. By the time you're old enough to find fault with your elders, another cycle of nonsense will have ended.
Oh, go away, Jane. Crazy tatters.
5 shillings says I can get that engineer to give me an apprenticeship.
10 shillings says you can't.
You're on. Hello, my name's Annie King. I'm 14 years old and I'm looking for an apprenticeship.
All I've got is clock winding.
Maybe clockwinders move on to apprenticeship.
Not that I've heard. Look, I've got one placement left this sector, so fight it out between you, yeah?
Aren't you going to ask about your father? He's alive and well. Well, actually, he's not very well. He's alive. He's alive for now, shall we say?
You've seen him. Where is he?
Derived kinematic quantities. Velocity, V equals dI over dt.
I don't understand! You're always talking to me in these equations, these riddles. Can't you just tell me the answer for once? Benji, what are you doing here?
Clock face has sent me to bring you and the others back to the theatre.
Stay away from us! We're not going anywhere!
Well, don't be daft. I can't drag you all back. Look at the workers. They're grey with care. This is no place for you, Addie. It's no place for any of you.
Anything's better than working with Clockface. I'd rather be a tester. All right, there's a chance of getting hurt, but there's a
Addie,
risk in every...
Listen. You must do everything in your power to prevent yourself from becoming a tester. All testers die. It's just a question of how soon. If I tell you something, you must promise not to turn another living soul. I used to be a sailor. I thought I knew what happened to testers, but then I learned the truth. Just sit down and don't interrupt. citizens, in just 2 weeks' time, Her Majesty the Queen will be arriving to celebrate the 500-year anniversary of the machine. There are few greater legacies we can give to our children than a strong work ethic. We are a society which thrives and prides itself on work. Once idleness threatened to destroy our city, to leave gardens untended and rubbish in the streets. But now we have the machine which generates the very water we drink. The machine must never stop.
The machine is life! It's the machine!
Happy birthday, machine!
Happy birthday!
Any thoughts to Tyson? If I could just get a day's work, it would see off the worst of the children's hunger.
Poor thing. He needs sunshine, not the shadows of the machine.
Seems like there's less and less sunshine with every passing year.
I'm very sorry. The decision is not mine to make. Ask someone else.
And now, citizens, there will be free soup for all.
There, lads. The engineers never listen to me either, even though I used to be one of them.
Oh, you poor dear. You see, this would not be happening to you if you'd had the right to be educated.
Don't pity me. I don't want to be like you. If you really want to help me, hold this baby so I can work. No, didn't think so.
I'll be needing a volunteer for the Flying Devil. An extra shilling for the day. A volunteer for the Death Drop. 2 shillings for the... Volunteer for the Cupid launch. Half a crown for... A volunteer for... A volunteer... A volunteer... Excellent work, Miss King. And shall you be squandering your wage this week?
No, sir. I shall continue sending them to my parents.
Of course. Your parents are very lucky to have a daughter like you.
Hey, Eddie. How would you like to learn how to copy a key with a tin of fruit punch?
Sorry, Josie. I haven't really got time to play.
Well, did you know that speaking parts can earn an extra 6 shillings per line? Well, from what I can make out, Olivia's Count Orsinio's twin sister. They shipwrecked an island called Viola.
I know, we can use this box for the ship, and that's thicker than ours.
Yeah, I'll send up there.
Someone get in the box. I'll send the bucket.
Look, the sharks off the starport bow.
And look, flying fish. Look at their wings.
And look, it's a rabbit. Swim.
I wish I could swim.
Why no? Let them we can swim.
Hey, that was my idea.
These horses.
Don't fight it. Let's pretend we've just fallen overboard and the sharks are after us and we've just seen a big fat sailor being eaten alive a few minutes ago. Boom! Ah!
Yes, you frighten the little ones. But can you keep all the children in line? It was most fortunate the others were returned safely to us. There must be no obstacles during the Queen's visit, otherwise the theatre will lose its royal your charter. How long do you think any of us would last outside the walls of this theatre? I see it every day on my role as patroness. The thin little faces of those struggling to make ends meet the machine and failing. But I needn't tell you.
I assure you there will be no further difficulties.
This ringleader, Addie King, must be brought under control. Have you considered her for...
Indeed, yes, but I suspect that she'll be resistant.
Often it is when we have no other choice that we make the right one. Find a way to convince her. I need not remind you what you owe me after all these years.
Consider it done.
Argue in the park. Let's do those last lines again. He pipes us to the churning sea, to the water's edge, thin and are we, without a thought that we might drown, and still we follow. Not bad. Try for a wistful sort of look. Audiences hate self-pity, but they love yearning. If only they knew what we go through to entertain them.
Oh, it's good enough for an extra shilling. That's what counts. Have you written to your family?
Sometimes all it takes is a letter.
All the time. They never answer. They know how it is for me and they don't want to hear about it.
That assumes an awful lot. Will you deliver a letter for me?
Oh, Benji, when will we ever be together?
Now. Here.
With this money I've earned tonight, I would have made about 5 guineas, 11 shillings, and a tuppence. I'm sure my mother's managed to save a few shillings.
Addie, all it takes is one push to topple a house of cards. Write to your parents.
Hey Addie, how would you like to go up in the flies and see the extra of a ship? It's from the 19th century.
Sorry, Josie, I haven't really got time to play childish games. Maybe later.
Addie King, I was needing a volunteer for recruitment.
Yes, sir, I'll do it.
Right, so
last night was
Oi! Shrimp! What are you doing back here?
I bet Turner keeps on tying all their knots in our ropes. Well, looky here. Now the knot needs undoing. Get on with it.
Go on. Come on.
Oh!
Right pickle, isn't it?
Actually, it's more of a left pickle.
Don't cry, little girl. How are you dry your tears?
Lads, leave her alone.
Only a bit of merriment with the little devil.
Or is she an angel?
Time for the angel launch.
Or the angel drop.
Lads, we have to get back to the paint shop.
That'll earn you to mess around with our ropes. And make sure to tell all your little friends what happens to kiddies who slink around backstage. That is if you've got any friends. Free universal education for all!
warm bed and have lots of puddings and sweets to eat, wouldn't you? Just wait there, hang on.
Now I see why I never sent him your wages.
What do you mean? I sent them every penny I've earned.
We've had nothing from you. And you haven't eaten in 2 days. The last thing I ate was our ramen kit. Last probably got a week without eating. Definitely.
Just sign here. You have the best breakfast money can buy. Eggs and sausage, hot muffins and ham. Can you just smell the chocolate in the pot?
Jeremiah, don't.
Addie,
They
what's
must
going
have spent my
on?
wages.
Hold on, let's go.
They'll do the same to you and
Take
then
her
I'll be on her road. Find work somewhere else.
Out with it.
This is all I've got.
Now back to the dormitory.
Addie King.
Where's my money? I want it back. All of it.
I'm afraid the answer is simple but regrettable. Your parents have received your wage and chosen to spend it. I'm so sorry, it is often the case.
You're lying. I want my money right now, or I'll see to it that the entire child company leaves the theatre before the Queen arrives.
Do you suppose they can't be replaced?
They can, but not in time.
Well, wind me down. That seems like an awfully drastic step. And what good would it do you? It'd still leave the theatre penniless.
You have to give me my money, or I'll tell the inspector.
The inspector has a way of disbelieving things that are not in her interests, like outlandish claims from lowly actors. Here. There are 3 guineas in this pouch. Take them. Lead the child company in the Queen's Scarlet and there'll be another 3.
What do you mean?
Can you really be so stupid, girl? Do you know how that boy is?
No.
It's me. It was me. I'm quite cute, aren't I? Like someone from the child company. Long ago I had an accident. I was a tester. My family were all testers. Some stupid person made a mistake and I lost my face. Someone like you or your imbecile dad. Yes, I took your money. Do you know why I took your money? Because you're not worth the money I owe you. But if you can prove to me that you are useful, you don't have to be like your dad. You can be so much more. I have a chance now to be who I want to have a new face. To do that, I need to find someone to replace me. I think you'd be an amazing leader, don't you? Fine. I'll ask someone else. Although, it would be a shame considering how much money is here and how much your imbecile dad is so desperate.
He's not an imbecile. But neither am I.
Well, looks like everything's ship-shape in advance for the Queen's visit. What do you say, Swabby?
We need to see
understand either. At least not until recently. I've asked around. None of the tradesmen had seen hide nor hair of you before the spring. What's your real trade?
Been here and there with my fruit and veg cart.
Hard work pushing a cart. Where was this again?
All over like. I'll cover the city to turn a profit, ain't I?
Boy lover boy, where's you? We gotta get them flats in for a chuck sit down. Oh, hiya, Inspector. You skiving up work again, are you?
Oh no, I'm on my own time now. I'm something of a connoisseur when it comes to art. Perhaps you've heard of the term.
A common sewer, are you? Well, if you say so.
Would you be so good as to place this poster backstage? I've already put up several around the building.
No wonder you ain't sit when I thump you. 10 guineas. That's a lot. All for one man.
Oh, he isn't just any man. This man led a mutiny aboard the HMS Islander and killed his captain. This is the man we most need to find.
Well, we'll keep a lookout, won't we, lads?
Yeah. Thank you kindly. Oh, and Swabby, I've got a medlar tree in my garden. I'll bring you some next time it fruits. They're best when they're first picked, aren't they?
Yeah, fresh and crisp.
Medlars have to be nearly rot before they can be eaten. Any fruit seller would know that. You're all under arrest for harbouring a mutineer. I must say, Tobias, I am most disappointed in you. I shall miss our repartee. In light of the Queen's impending visit, I fear the committee sentence will be particularly harsh.
Get it, Tom! Get it!
No!
Get back! Get back!
I know you, sailor! I've seen your face! The undercovers know where I am! I know And you killed it! Yeah, well, it's been work as a rehearsal. It was really good. Oh my god!
Really?
What are you doing? How dare you! They can! Oh, so disrespectful.
What are you doing here?
I have to leave the city. Go away for good tonight.
Leave.
It's not safe for me anymore. The inspector, she knows who I am.
You can't just suddenly run off. What about the performance? This is very important for the encounter.
Yes, the Queen's visit. Listen, I want you to come with me.
Where?
The Southern Islands.
There's no good theatre in the Southern Islands.
Is that all you care about?
Mostly, with a little bit left over for you.
Rude.
You expect me to leave everything I've worked for? How can I be famous if I go to some wilderness where there are no mystery workers to know my name?
There's more to life than the machine. You're not the only one who has ties here. I'd give up everything for you.
So itchy. I know. Children, in just 2 days' time, Her Majesty the Queen will be attending the opening of our latest play, The Pied Piper. Never before has it been so crucial that you picked your marks and listened for your cues. The machine must never stop. The machine is life. Why are they itching like that?
Lice, madam. It's in the costumes and wigs, you see. No way to keep it under control. I've tried using my cane, but I just keep on missing.
You need lye soap and lots of it. We can't have them itching like this on stage. They'll spoil the tableau. And now, children, a word from your esteemed acting master.
Children of the company, I present to you my apprentice. You will treat her with the utmost respect and deference at all times. And now Apprentice King shall address you.
And we do it! Owing to slight adjustments in the play, we will be needing another volunteer for the Star Trap. An extra 5 shillings for the night.
I'll do it.
Very well, Josie. Under the stage and onto the platform.
You don't have to do this. Are you trying to make me feel guilty?
Not everything is about you, Aggie. I can double my pay, and then I can get out of this horrible place where I don't know anyone and nobody cares about me.
I'm sorry if it feels like I've been ignoring you.
You're not the only one who's brave.
Is there a problem, Apprentice King?
No, sir.
Good. Run the scenes at least 5 times and make sure the stagehands know the cue.
Yes, sir. Straight away, sir. Now, on my cue, stagehands stand by, actors stand by. Your cue line is, but one little girl got away. Begin.
And so the children of Hamlin all drowned. And funeral rites must end our play.
Pied Pipe himself was never found.
But one little girl got away.
And again. Positions, please, everyone, for the Pied Piper. Hey, are we ready below stage?
Yeah.
Josie, down to the stir trap. Your cue will go for the last 2 lines, okay? You two. The Pied Pipe himself was never found.
But one little girl got away.
No, it's too slow. We'll go again. We'll go for the last 2 lines. Are we ready below stage?
Yeah.
Go. The Pied Pipe himself was never found.
But one little girl got away.
And again.
The 2 of us are wed on a ship bound for nowhere like a pair of convicts.
Marry me then. I've sent my sister Eliza. We'll book a passage on board a foreign ship.
I hope one day you go on stage with me. I just everything. We could have been a famous acting couple and played all the great parts. But that's impossible now.
Lucy, listen to me. The inspector is in the strong room, but we can't keep her there forever. As soon as this dress rehearsal is over, I have to go. Now tell me, you coming or not?
Remember when we first met? I said you were nothing to me. I was wrong. You're no good to anyone.
That's a low blow.
Bloody hell's that?
You don't understand!
Oh, gracious, not another one.
What happened? Josie. No, Josie!
What are you doing? Tell them!
We will be needing another volunteer. Tell them, Apprentice King. This was an accident. Something out of the ordinary. The device works perfectly well when operated properly. I will be needing a volunteer. I said I will be needing a volunteer.
Me? I'll do it. I know!
This is all very exciting.
People keep getting hurt because of me.
The stagehands would not have been careless if you hadn't been weak. There is a leader in you, Annie King. Now go back there and lead the charge.
Molly, down to the star trap.
You know how scared of it she is.
You will not address me informally. And you, Dolly. Don't you think I can hear you clinking like a changed purse? Empty your pockets and no more gambling.
Apprentice King, eh? We like the old Eddie better.
Frank, to the stage door and throw him out of it. Molly, down to the star trap. And now, on my cue, sing.
I
wish you'd give me that cloud over the head you promised me.
This sort of goes beyond a cloud, doesn't it?
I feel bad. I do. She wasn't a bad kid.
What about the inspector? I mean, we can't keep her and we can't let her go.
You need to leave this theatre, mate. Soon as ever.
What about you? We should arrest a lot of you.
I known her a long time. She might be won over. Anyhow, she will or she won't. There's not much we can do about it. We can't all hear it over the ships, can we?
Well, actually, I always thought I'd make a brilliant sailor.
Go on, mate. Well, you've got the chance.
Made a right mess of everything. I can't leave till I put it right.
You mean you can't leave your sweetheart? She don't want you, mate. Best thing you can do for all concerned is ship out.
What'll happen to Josie?
Miss C has her ways. There was a boy who died once. Miss C knew that there was an inquest. Clockface would have been dragged through the city like a one-man freak show. So she made an arrangement with the tester's yard to have the boy's body taken away. It won't be long before the undercovers turn up here. You've got to go, Bench. Soon as ever.
No, I told you, I can't leave. Not yet.
Mrs. Carwadine, I would like a tour of the premises.
I'm afraid that won't be possible today. We're very pressed for time, as you can imagine. Suffice to say, I have been a fair and generous benefactress to these unwanted children.
Like the child you saved? The one that they now call Clockface?
He is not my prisoner. After his face was damaged, I generously paid for him to have a new one.
A mechanical one! You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
For what? He came here and received a fair wage. I taught him everything I know. One day, he told me he wanted to go home. That very night, he returned and said he would never leave again. His family had turned him away.
In any case, my group and I believe that the origin of most of the suffering in this city is the machine itself. We are not yet sure.
They've come with Josie's body! Come quick!
I will have this theatre shut down. The committee will be informed post haste.
They already know. I sit on every board in town.
Then the Queen, yes. The Queen will hear of this, and my group and I shall be in the audience at the gala to ensure that she does.
I will buy you all from entry.
How? A reformer looks much like any other paying customer. Until the Queen's gala.
Not acting, master. I've come to talk to you about Addie King.
Dear Lily, I hope you're having a wonderful time at the theatre. Dear Mum, I hope you haven't forgotten me.
Dear Jimmy, it might be a few more months before I can afford to bring you home.
Dear Dad, this is the worst place ever. They don't even give you pudding.
Dear Mother. Dear Milo.
Dear Hessie.
Dear Frank.
Dear Juicy. I heard you taken work at the Theatre Royal. Are you still there? I found myself a position playing incidental music with a group of travelling players. But now I return to the city. I'm living above the Lion and Lamb on Baltimore Street. Will you come home? Your mother.
Dear Mrs. Smith, we regret to inform you that your daughter Josie is no longer with us. Yours faithfully, Acting Master, the Theatre Royal.
Theft now too. After mutiny and murder, seems like a trifling occupation.
Clockface is the thief. He's in all
Give
the
me one good reason why I should not turn you over to the committee.
You love me?
You can dream.
No, that's right. You hate me. You can watch them hang me.
I don't have to watch a thing to know it's right.
Then do it. Tell them. Promise me you'll be there the day I hang. What's the matter? Well, it shouldn't be too hard to do.
Such a shame. It is my finest work.
Your finest work is yet to come. A real face for a real man with a real life.
Ah, yes. Has Mrs. Carwadine accepted your resignation?
In all but writing. After all these years, you know better than you were.
I beg your pardon.
People think the committee controls the machine. They're wrong. The machine controls the committee. The committee wrongfully thinks the best way to control a workforce is to mechanise it, and you supply them with the testers. But you can't mechanise a brain, no matter how many you kill trying. I trust that this time you'll do a better job.
1,000 apologies! He was here! Backstage! Well, don't just stand there gawping! Get after him!
Addy, why are you acting like this? Addy, I should have listened to you. You're right. I should
Back to your place! All of you, back to your place!
Addy, I need to speak with you.
You will not address me informally!
Stop acting like this.
I have the power to dismiss you and more!
It was my fault. The star trap had whistled and the lads mistimed it.
You. But I thought it...
Come with me to the committee. The man that they grant your father a reprieve. The man that they help your family.
I could buy my dad's legs twice over the price on your head.
Don't do it, Addy. I'm the only friend you have left. You can't trust Potface to keep his word. But look.
They're from my dad. I could have spared him all this time if only I knew.
But he's kept all the letters. From all the children.
They won't believe the thing I say now. An engineer is first and foremost. Listen, I have an idea for
He's
a gun.
there! He's on
No! Everyone! Positions for the Pied Piper! Go!
He was here! If he's still in the building tonight, we will find him!
Here as usual, lads. Drop and roll. Right, drop. Second row, where are you at? Drop, roll! Third row, come on! Pull it. Beginners, please, for Pied Piper. Beginners, please.
the HMS Islander. Well, the time has come to make a change.
Arrest him!
Stop! The eyes of the city are on you. And they're behind us.
Proceed at once! It transgresses all the laws of mechanics! The great, big, nothing, the nothing, nothing, nothing! Well, several explanations there may be, just one. The mind of a child is greater than the biggest machine.
The machine doesn't actually do anything. And I can prove it.
Get away from there, you risk us all.
You did it, girl.
That doesn't make any sense.
Oh, come on, Sam! Remember what I said? And you'll be fine. Give your mother a hug. Have fun. I'll be in the audience. Have fun. I love you. Oh,
Good luck.
Love you, bye! And so doth the great glory dim the less. A substitute shines brightly as a king. Unto the king be by, and then his state empties itself, as doth an inland brook into the main of waters.
Dear lady, welcome home. Oh, look, Portia. 'Tis the children of Venice in gondolas come to wish us well. Come, let us lead them in song.
Jeremiah, can you help? Doesn't matter. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Well, they're obviously faulty.
Oh, not so. They're magnificent, Annie girl.
What? I want to make you think he's hilarious.
Back in time for tea. Come with me to the quays, Alex. There might be a great ship coming or going. We don't want to miss that now, do we?
That's where we'll meet tomorrow, to observe the phenomenon that is zero resultant force acting on a boat. And come prepared to ask questions. My apprentice must always question everything.
So, Dad, how do you reckon these legs of yours work then?
Well, they work on these things called molecules, you see.
Molecules?
Yeah, and they rotate in a clockwise direction to produce serendipity. No joke below.